virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I've chased the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I've paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of the server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. And pixels collide, steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Lead foot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze, metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires scream, the sparks in the haze, metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. TV. Engines in the dark, waiting to scream. Steel and thunder, born from a dream. Shadows TV, feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights
Welcome into Leadfoot TV, the Daytona 250, presented by GTR Motorsports, the Great American Race here at Daytona, May 4th, 2026 for this one. I'm going to do a quick rundown of your starting grid, and then I'll do my introduction as well as my producers. Starting on the pole, Justin Belmonte in the 60. Second place outside of him will be William Kern. Second row inside, Bryce Fountain. I don't know if it's Fontaine or Fountain. We're going to mispronounce it all night. I can guarantee you that right now. Second row outside, Mario Ercolani. It's going to take me a little while to get these names right, folks. First time in here producing with you with GTR. Jordan Kalanian in fifth. Ryan Gibson sixth. CD Mangrum seventh. Jose Mercado, we are familiar with him from NSRLA, starting eighth. Anthony Shower in ninth, Colby Luca 10th, Jared Ireland 11th, Lee Campbell in the 6th car sitting there in 12th, Adam Wilson 13th, John Williams 14th, Knox Thompson 15th, Scott Bailey 16th, Matt McDonald P17, Mason Tomlinson 18th, Tom Janikowski. I wonder if he's related to my favorite kicker, Sebastian Janikowski from the Raiders back in the day, starting P19. Tyler Fitzsimmons starting 20th, Mike Nickens 21st, Jason Butler 22nd, Andy Hertel 23rd, Mike Marini 24th, Kyle Noel 25th, Blake Thronberg 26th, Ty Higginbotham 27th, Ryan O'Toole 28th, Charlie Sears 29th, and rounding out our field in P30, starting shotgun back there, Jeremy Crow. Now that you've seen everyone that's in this race, I will be your lead announcer tonight, Chris Golden. And joining me, as always, in the booth as my producer, and tonight as well as my color announcer, the former stud himself, Tracy Brown. Welcome in, Tracy.
Yes, Chris, it's good to be here with you, man. Looking forward to seeing some good old-fashioned Daytona action here in Florida, United States.
Oh, I love it, man. Daytona is one of my favorite tracks. As everyone knows, I'm a sucker for racing history, and it does not go any deeper in the American sport of, or in any American motorsport. It does not go deeper than Daytona. Some would argue possibly Darlington and Indy may have us beat on that, but as far as stock car racing, to me, nothing says NASCAR like Daytona. Nothing is as famous as Daytona other than, again, Indy. So right here on the pole, we can see Justin Belmonte, sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change right there, as your Valvoline pole winner. Justin Belmonte there in the 60. He's got to be feeling pretty awesome right now out of New York, Warrior Racing, starting on the pole here at Daytona. Lights are out, by the way, Tracy. We're about to go green. What do you think we're going to see in this one?
Well, you know, these super speedways are famous for the big one. I hope we don't see that, but with this number of cars, man, it's probably going to be just a matter of time. But we're going to see some great racing in the meantime.
Oh, absolutely. Sponsored by GTR Motorsports. We are green. Belmonte, big jump there. Not much help helping that outside line for the 31 at Kern. Big gap back to that second car back there. Looks like the 29 of Ercolani. But we are pretty much getting doubled up already. 3 to 4 back. They're all getting solidly in line here. Everyone holding a pretty wheel. Normally what you look for, oh, one out of line already down below the apron. He wants to bail out quick. Who was that as they fall through the field? I'm trying to see. He's falling all the way back. We will find out when they come back around for sure. But he definitely didn't want any part of that as he dove down and got out of Dodge quickly. And what you look for as an announcer, you look to see where the stability is. There's a lot of cars that are very unstable in the draft. You'll see a lot of the snaking that the ARCA cars have become famous for in the ARCA series. You don't see it a lot from the next gens due to the talent of the drivers in the Cup series. But something you can always watch for, know where the action is going to happen, is usually around those cars that are having trouble staying in the draft. And as we see already, Kern has jumped out in front of Belmonte and is rolling right along. And right now, Noel is tagging on back there right in 20th. Looks like the tail end of that lead pack. He may have been the one that jumped out of line earlier. No, he was not. It was a blue. It's a little further back. He would give me 28th right now. So whoever's back, I saw the car back in 28th position currently. Blake Bromberg in the 3. Now that he's tail end. Let's see here. The blue car right ahead of him. We're gonna get it. We're gonna find him here in a minute. Right behind the 64. Oh, back one more. One more, Tracy. Give me one more. There he is. Jordan Kalanian in the 00. Control Alt Defeat Motorsports out of Salisbury, North Carolina. He was the one that bailed out early. I believe he started up closer to the front. And we saw him dive down below that yellow line in the backstretch. Very first lap. Don't know if he got pushed down there, but he definitely took the opportunity to get out of harm's way. We got another one down there below the apron. It was Belmonte there for a second. You guys better watch out for that, because dropping below that yellow here, these cars will get very, very out of shape as they de-wedge coming down off of that banking. Even as you come out of turn 4, the car can get very, very light right there. And if you de-wedge this car coming down on the apron at these speeds, you are in trouble, because these cars are already a handful in the draft. It's like driving a big four-wheeled brick down through here. But they already don't like the air. As we are cruising right along, everybody's pretty much settled in. Nobody being too crazy. We do have 100 laps here today. We got 3 stages. So our first stage is going to be 32 laps, and then we have a second stage of 32 laps, and then our final stage will be 36 laps. The stage is at 32, 64, and then from 64 to the end. So it's 100 laps. It's perfectly 248 miles. We'll call it 250 for the sake of purposes, I guess you could say. They do have 4 sets of tires in the pits, and we will have a maximum of 3 green-white checkered attempts in this one. And honestly, I don't know if they're going to need them or not, because these guys are really, again, they're racing very, very smart right now. It's not something you see a lot on iRacing at super speedways. You see people get impatient, but really, really great to see here. A lot of patience from these guys. Everybody content to just tuck in and ride, and just kind of ride this thing out, log some laps, and get to the end of this thing before they start racing, Tracy.
Chris, I was just facing a comment, that same thing. Man, these guys are, have super control of these cars right now. Obviously, even the best in the world in NASCAR has the big one before it's all said and done. But it was just like you were saying, man, on iRacing, you just don't really see that this much. And I also would like to commend, I don't know what you call it, Chris, professionalism or something, but man, we put up the broadcast forums so these guys could help us out. Had a tremendous response. I spent most this afternoon cropping out headshots. Everybody was submitting, great picks to go in their driver card. That's the first time I haven't run across, some sort of meme or cat or, just something off the wall, man. But these guys, it really, really does seem to be a really professionally run league, and these drivers may not be professional, but they certainly have that attitude.
Absolutely. That's what you love to see with these guys, especially coming in. And everyone knows this is our first broadcast of the EMSN league here, the NASCAR series. And what they say, first impressions are everything, Tracy. And I got to give these guys 10 out of 10 so far on it. They had, for us, everything they did for us. They had notes ready, pages of notes. They had all of their forms filled out in an extremely timely manner. Man, we got to take some notes from these guys, from Jose and the others who run this league, and we got to figure out how they keep these guys in check. They got some really great racers here.
They certainly do. And I just would I can't thank them enough, because all the effort that the drivers put in just makes our job that much easier and really helps us out, especially when we're jumping in here at the last minute, you know, trying to get this stream rolling for these guys. So yeah, just would like to commend them once more. And man,
Absolutely.
every one of these guys, Chris, what do we have? 30 cars lined up. Oh my goodness, man. It is so impressive.
Oh man, yeah, it really is. Not even one car out of line, except for earlier on, the car who decided, again, I think it was just on purpose to get out of the jungle up there and fall to the back. I think it might have been strategy, but that we haven't seen anybody crossways, anybody dooring anybody else. These guys have amazing car control. There's even one car that I saw. I believe it was, he's a little further back now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about the 10th car in line on the inside line. It's a blue hood. He's about 10th in line. I could not make out who it was. A little further back. He's right behind the 5 car. You can see him right there blinking out. The 13. That is the 13 car of Ireland. And he's blinking out quite a bit, but he is still, everyone's still, yeah, Jared Island right there from Kansas. I knew I liked him for some reason. He's just barely north of me, Tracy, here in Oklahoma. So I probably raced in his backyard tonight. So even with him blinking out a little bit, these guys, there's not really any major complaints. He's able to hold a line. They're still able to race around him and still able to hold toe here and not have any issues. And I don't want to jinx them, but they're starting to get a little dicey. But every time I think they're going to start getting crazy, they rein it right back in and just go back to riding. And I have to really commend that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as the fuel burns off and the tires, you know, start to wear down a little bit. Just how squirrely these cars get, because I really don't have much experience driving these cars at all. But I'm assuming that you can just kind of flat-foot it. But even back in the day at Daytona, I think tire wear and traction used to be an issue with this track.
See, we're very lucky that so you mentioned that. We're actually very lucky now because of the repave that was done. Tire wear, even in real life now, is almost non-existent at Daytona. So it's the craziest thing. Even in the ARCA series, we'll go 80 laps without changing tires. Since the repave, this track is no longer super abrasive on tires. So tires, I don't think are going to be a big factor, but with all the pushing and lifting and full throttle and this and that and the other, and how we play with the throttle here and dragging the brakes and everything else that pertains to drafting tracks, fuel is going to be the name of the game, I'm afraid, with these. They do have 50% fuel, so I believe a fuel run should be about 30 to 35 laps, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, actually, I did get a report that they're able to go at whatever level they got the fuel tanks at. They were able to go right around 20, maybe just a shade over 20 laps on a tank of fuel.
Okay, even better, because that's going to put them, they will, if they don't have a caution, they will have to make green flag stops before the end of stage 1. And something that we're seeing here that we have not seen in the past, look how big of a push in a run this outside line has with very few cars. Every single car lined up on the bottom, and they had about 5 or 6 on that outside line. Yes, 6 cars, 7 cars even, on the outside line by themselves, just past the entire line on the inside. That is not something you see very often at Daytona. So that right there tells me that those 3 guys up front that made that push, the 23, the 6, and the 8, so Gibson, Campbell, and Bailey, know what they're doing and know how to get around this racetrack.
I totally agree with you there, Chris, and I'm not 100% sure if these guys are teammates. You know, we do have a little information here on Scott Bailey out of Allendale, Missouri, racing with Blue Collar Racing. Hey, that's my kind of guy there. But I'm not sure about the other 2 that are up in front, Campbell and Gibson.
Darn, if only they had got their broadcast forms filled out, we could have been talking about them. Man.
Yeah. I know, but we had such a huge response, man. I don't know. I want to say there was over 20 drivers that went ahead and filled out everything, submitted headshots and all, and that, based upon our past experience, that's doing really, really well for no longer than the link has been posted up.
Oh,
for the drivers
absolutely.
to
In less than 24 hours to have over 3/4 of the field already filled out, that is amazing. And of course, we have to give Gibson and Campbell, we're going to have to give them guff now if they end up top 3 in this thing, for not filling out their form. It's like, how are you going to be up here leading up front and not give us anything to talk about? Come on, guys. But we saw there, Campbell actually got shuffled out there, and then that moves Bailey up to P2 in that 8 car. And Allendale, Missouri, Blue Collar Racing. I do love the Ryan Gibson's helmet, though. That looks really awesome. But yeah, so with that being said, with Bailey, I don't know. I've always been partial to the good old boys. Like we're not. I know we're supposed to stay unbiased, but come on, Bailey. Blue Collar Racing. Just by the name, I am a fan so far. But for the sake of broadcasting, I will remain unbiased. But you know how it is, Tracy. Every time we always pick our one, and I think Bailey might be my one for this one.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And, no matter whether it's here and out, oh, man, I think we're getting ready to have some pit stops here, Chris.
We are 16 laps into the race. So about halfway to the end of the stage. These guys are diving on pit roads. So they may be just splitting the stage down the middle here. Because they know they can't get to the end of the stage. So they're going to pull the old Chris Gabehart strategy of splitting the stage right down the middle. And we can see them over half the field. It appears, let's see here. Definitely over half the field. Not quite half. About 10 out of the 30 in the field decided to pit. So a third of the field on pit road. And we should be seeing the second third and the final third coming in this time or next time. Yellow flag, sponsored by GTR Motorsports. Oh, that is never... Talk about lucky. The guys that just pitted under green got a freebie with that one. What happened here? Showing Justin Belmonte on the screen out of East Pachogue, New York. Warrior Racing. He was our pole sitter. But I'm not seeing what happened. I'm not seeing any issue there. Could the issue be somewhere else, Tracy?
Yeah, it must be, Chris. And I'm looking through, let's see. Okay. Give me just a moment here. Let me work on this real quick. See if I can't cue somebody up. I am showing. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there he is.
Fitzsimmons.
Tyler Fitzsimmons out of Tulsa, Oklahoma in the 42. Oh, yep. So, yeah, the old Marty Robbins throwback, one of my favorite cars. Of course, the old boy from Oklahoma would have it. Big push there from the 3 into the 15. That's Thronberg into the 15 and just got an off-center push right there, and it pushed him right down the track into the 42. You'll see right here Kyle Noel from Raleigh, North Carolina, Storm Surge Esports, gets that push from Thronberg right there. He's a little off center. He's a little bit on that left side of the rear bumper, and that just turns him straight down the track. Control Alt Defeat Motorsports getting into the 19 there, sending him right on down into Tyler Fitzsimmons. Big shot into the wall. The Marty Robbins throwback with lots of damage. The 19 car with lots of damage as well. The 3, even after the shove, gets back up into it. Hard contact into the wall. I don't believe they have any fast repairs in this league. And Kyle Noel, I would like to probably say not like to say, but I would probably say that Kyle Noel, if there are no fast repairs, Kyle is probably going to be calling it a day right here. You can see, yep, they went right down into the 42 and up. The 3 as well is almost for certain done for the day. The 42 may be the only one that might be able to salvage this. But what a break for the 10 cars that just pitted and are going to come out with the lead now, because everyone else is going to have to pit under here, Tracy.
Yeah, well, you're the strategy guy. You tell me, how does this work out for the guys that stayed out? You know, we had guys that just came off a pit road. Does that help them more? Or the guys that stayed out, does it help them more?
Oh, man, it's a tough one because the 10 guys that pitted, they are going to now inherit the lead. That part we do know. So the guys that just pitted are going to inherit the lead. And everybody can make it to the stage. So essentially at this point, for the guys who just pitted, just came off of pit road before the caution came out, they're pretty much in the catbird seat right here. They have control of this race at this point because everyone else is going to have to pit under yellow. They don't have a choice. Otherwise, they're probably going to have to pit under green. You don't want to do that. You got to take the chance when you get it. So these guys that just pitted are going to be your top 10 when we go back green, because nobody that hasn't pitted can make it on fuel. So it's going to be a tough call either way, but I think pitting early was the right call because these guys are going to inherit the lead when we come back. Actually, wow, what a gamble here! It looks like everybody's staying out. Did nobody pit under caution there, Tracy?
I think they did pit while we were looking at the replays because right now I'm showing everybody has at least one pit stop on them.
Okay, so they did pit while we were watching replay. Okay, that makes sense because Belmonte is our leader. So the 10 guys right there, you can see all the way back to Fontaine, pitted under caution, or right before the caution, rather, going all the way back to the 17. He was the last car to come off of pit road before the caution, so everyone behind him pitted. There's 23. He was our leader before the caution came out, 23 Gibson. And, yeah, so like I said, these guys in the top 10 right here, they pitted. They got lucky, and just the lead. The entire race was basically thrown into their lap, and we're going to go back green here with 13 to go in the stage. So now the question is, can this top 10 hold off all those guys behind them? Because there's no freebies here. That is for sure. And but it's going to get a little crazy here. We got CD Mangrum out there, Atlanta, Georgia, Tornado Alley E-Racing, outside front row in that one car. And, of course, our pole sitter, Belmonte, back up front, hoping to lead this thing a little longer than he did that first stint. New York and Atlanta, a couple almost East Coasters here on the front row of this thing in Daytona.
Chris, I was going to ask you where he's from, Belmonte.
Belmonte's from East Patchogue, New York.
Oh, man, you made that very, very easy.
And it's probably not even close to the correct pronunciation, but just like playing the guitar, nobody knows I mess it up unless I tell them I did.
That's exactly right.
But we are back green. We're back green, sponsored by GTR Motorsports. Great jump for Belmonte as the two guys behind him give him a huge shove to get him out in front of that one car at Mangrum. Williams back there behind him. The 41 of Mercado, someone we are very familiar with being up front in NSRLA right here, running third row inside from Kissimmee, Florida. Barry Performance, that old Valvoline car we're so used to seeing as we got one down on the apron. They let him back in line. Jose Mercado looking for the lead here. Running, third car inside right there, just kind of cruising. Got a few laps to go before we hit the end of stage one. Now the question is, how long are these guys going to play nice coming down to the end of this stage? Because everybody wants those stage points. I'm looking up front to the guys up front should be pretty normal and safe. I'm looking right here, just like in a last chance qualifier main. I'm looking around right back there around P10, 9, 10, 11, 12. That area is where I'm watching because that's where it's going to get dicey, trying to get that stage point. Just like a last chance qualifier. coming out of the B main trying to make the A. That is the dicey area. We're going down the back here, 2 wide. Everybody trying to kind of look out, get a peek, make sure nothing's going on ahead of them. Trying to ride this thing out till it gets a little closer to the end of the stage and they'll start making moves. Everybody 2 wide, kind of snaking back and forth here, typical Daytona style. Another one in the book, CD Mangrum, Justin Belmonte, Mario Ercolani. I'm going to mess that up all day. Adam Wilson, John Williams, Jose Mercado. Jockeying for position in your top 5. But CD Mangrum, Belmonte. Oh, one down on below the apron, gets back in line. I believe that was Wilson. But yeah, these top 3, top 4 have control right now. Outside line trying to get a push here, trying to get closer up to the front, doing all they could do as we come out of 4. We're starting to see a lot of action back there around the 10th, 11th, 12th positions. They are 3 wide. 3 wide, 2 rows deep. 3 wide right there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows deep of 3 wide. 5 rows deep of 3 wide now. Oh, it's starting to heat up. They decided, okay, 10 to go in the stage is when we're going to get dicey. This is something to watch, Tracy. There's some stuff about to go down here.
I just had a clinching moment, man. When I saw him going 3 wide, I was like, that is not going to work on iRacing. And look.
Oh, there's still guys, 3 wide.
They are doing such a great job.
There's the apron. Ooh, when you come back up on the apron, be careful. The driver slash crew chief comes out of me when I'm watching this stuff, and I'll be sitting there talking to the driver, knowing they can't hear me, but it makes me feel better.
Yeah, I don't know. Just personally, I don't know. I guess if you don't risk it, no biscuit, right? But the thing that I just wonder about, man, taking it 3 wide so early on. We're only on lap 25 of 100.
Yep. Stage points are important. And what happens is you get what I like to call stage point blindness. People forget that there's still a whole rest of the race to run and to win. And they're all jockeying for position, trying to get those stage points. As we see that kind of green and pink and turquoise car back there, I'm not sure of the number. He was running close to the front and went to go 3 wide and got hung out to dry. Had no help, and he went straight to the back. And he's back there trying to just hang on now. Trying to work his way back up, but just not getting any help to come back through the field. He's back there right behind the 22, the 08 of Thompson. Yeah, Knox Thompson from Conway, Arkansas. Back there, he was running top 5, I want to say, and he kind of jumped out of line there. This Sprite Cranberry car, I would assume he's going to jump out of line again here. He is definitely trying to make moves here, but nobody will go with him. Yep, there's one jumps out. The 22 jumps out. Is anybody going to go with him? That's Shower. A little bit of help, but no. Thompson jumps back down center line, and Shower in the 22 is hung out to dry. And he's going to go straight to the back.
In a hurry. No doubt.
Very quickly, yeah. The 08 is 3 wide again on the outside and just absolutely cannot get any help up there. Trying to side draft all he can, but he's about to go to the back too because, well, no, he might have a little help now as someone jumps up in front of him there. It's like trying to see the 62 of Luca, I believe. 62 of Luca up there, third lane. The 08's in the wall. Saves it, almost comes down. Ooh, but able to save it, keep everything straight. 28 of 100 here. It's getting dicey. There ain't no way they make it to the end of the stage here, Tracy. There ain't no way.
Well, they've been proving me wrong the whole race. They've already made it further than I thought they would. And
Middle lane. Oh, they almost went around. That purple and they look like their teammates. The way the cars are colored, they look like teammates. The purple and the neon yellow. They almost went around. Yeah, William Kern there from Dansville, New York, Hyperdrive Esports, and yeah, the 31 of Kern and the 17 of Fontaine. They were pushing and shoving and almost messed up. Oh, 3 wide again. Wow, we are 3 wide, deep into the pack.
Yeah, and they're 3 wide pushing, drafting. I mean, they're not 3 wide just trying to hang on. Look at the 31 bumping the 23, trying to get him out to the front.
Man,
the 8 got off center from the 13. That could be an issue, but it looks like he's going to gather it back up.
If we remember, the 13 was blinking early on in this race, so that may cause that outside line some issues. But the 8 going to give him a big shove, getting a run here, and they clear down to that middle line. Great look at the diffuser there from the front bumper of Scott Bailey's car, pushing that 13 of Ireland. Great view. You can see the diffuser there underneath the cars. Look at Jose Mercado off the left. Big shove right there from Scott Bailey. Oh, and he's around. The 13's around. Saves it on the apron. Jared Ireland from Eudora, Kansas. Blue Collar Racing. Dadgummit, man. There's going to be some stuff go on in this race, but right now, that is my yes, sir moment of the race right there. Attaboy, Jared. Swat them flies, buddy. What a save. Man, I had to get a drink after that one. I was speechless. What a save. But we are back to the action here because it's looks like 2 to go in this stage. And these guys are they are running out of patience quickly as the 23 and the 8 jump outside quickly to try to make some moves, and the 23's around into the wall hard. Everyone else gets clear, gets safe. Will this bring out a caution? Ryan Gibson led multiple laps here. Oh, 2 more around. 32 of Charlie Sears. No caution. We stay green. The caution will fly when they come back to the start-finish line here for the end of the stage. We called it, Tracy. We said it was going to get dicey, and we are seeing it here as we are on the white flag of stage 1. The question is, do these guys make it back? No, they do not. The 5 is around. The 41's around. The 12, 64. Big crash here at the end of the stage in the back straightaway. Major damage for the 64 on down the track. Jose Mercado and multiple others involved in this on the back straightaway here as the 5 got turned at the front of the pack. That will be our stage break. John Williams from Mayock, North Carolina, Mid-Pack Motorsports. Well, he was definitely leading the pack there, but that did not last long as he got a little behind in the steering, got a push at the wrong time. He went a little bit left, a little bit right, and then a lot right in front of everybody else. That'll bring us to the end of the stage here. Tracy, let's run that back real quick and take a look at that.
Yeah, there was so much going on here. I've already got one queued up from the lap before, Charlie Sears.
Yeah, let's run these back and get a look at both of these. We saw the 23 go into the wall hard, and I'm curious to see what happened to Sears in the 32 because there was another car involved with the 32 here because they dived down to avoid the 23 who's in the wall, and you see it right there. So the 32 gets down that apron and de-wedge, again, we talked about it earlier, getting down on the apron, de-wedge in that car. When you de-wedge a race car, it gets very loose, very fast. He gets into the, looks like 31, hard into the outside wall and comes all the way back down and gets, who was that there that he collected way down below the apron? Mike Nickens from St. Augustine, Florida in the 18 gets a piece of Sears as he goes by. So that was the first part of the crash. And then we go on around to the back straightaway where the mayhem continued with the 5 car of Williams. And we're going to see that here. It'll be a little further back. Let's see, we're under caution here already. But this is our second caution of the day, and like we said, it will take us to the stage break. We're working to get back around to review that crash with the 5 cars. We see the 23 there on pit road. Lots and lots of smoke. That is going to be a not good sign for the 23, who led multiple laps in this race. That's probably going to be the end of his day today. So coming around here, so we see the 23 in the wall. They go around the 32 hard into the wall as well, comes back down, collects the 18. 32 hard into the inside wall. Looks like the 18 will be able to continue. The 32 I'm not sure about. And the rest of the pack works their way around to the back straightaway with the 5 car. Actually, right here, we'll see the 5 car in third, leading the inside line. And you'll see right here, John Williams, the 41. Oh, run that back for me one more time, Trace. Look, the 41 jumped outside, tried to go outside, and the 5 tried to go with him, but just makes a late move. So you see he goes there, and then there comes the 5. And sure enough, Williams came right across the nose of Mercado. Mercado comes down into the 12. The 17 gets damaged. The 64, the 3 is collected. Look at the 8 car squeeze through that without getting touched. That was insane. Not a scratch, not a 2X, not a 1X, not a nothing.
Yeah, we're going to have
Cars,
to take a look at that.
Man, cars all around him don't get touched. Look at this. You're riding on board here, folks. Now, Tracy, flip it around and show them the rear view, because they were all over the back of him, too. They were all over the place. That's just what he saw out the front. Now, let's show everybody what he did not see was happening all around him as well. Showing the rear view here from Scott Bailey. Big damage there, big damage there. He squeezes through. Oh, Scott Bailey skirts through with the lead here, by the way. Just like to point that out. Not only did he skirt through, he skirts through with the lead. Scott Bailey in that 8 car. Also, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he either wins the stage or ends up top 3 in that stage. So some solid stage points there for Bailey. Lights are out on the pace car. If we do have a quick caution here, I definitely want to be able to see if we can key up Bailey next caution. And I want to get his thoughts about making it through that wreck. I want to know just how much of that he saw. Because, man, if he saw as much as we did, he's going to have some stories to tell, Tracy.
He was probably, well, I don't know. He could be cool as a cucumber, but I know what I would be doing. I'd be sweating bullets and just thinking, goodness, that I made it out without being, having to take an early exit out of this race.
He does have rookie stripes on the backside of that 8 car, so I'm willing to bet his heart is beating through his fingertips right now. It is, he can feel every vein in his body, I guarantee you, if those rookie stripes are accurate, because based on what he saw out the windshield and what was happening all around him, how he came out with the lead here, it sure beats me. But we're looking at Bailey, Thompson, Luca, Tomlinson, Mangrum, Belmonte, Kalinian, Campbell, Janikowski, and Wilson as your top 10. Kalinian in the 00, by the way. Don't forget, first lap. Got shuffled out of the pack and went straight to the back. And restarting here at the end of the start of stage 2, right where he started the race in 7th. So we're getting ready to rock and roll again here, Tracy. It's almost go time.
Yeah, here we go. We're kind of unfortunate that wreck happened right at the end of the stage break, so that we can kind of, see what happens, who pits, and that sort of thing. But it gave us a little bit of excitement there, that's for sure. I know now we've got a bunch of cars with a little bit of damage on it, those who survived.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Still showing at least 20, showing 23 cars currently still in this thing. Sears, Crow, Gibson, Fitzsimmons, all multiple laps down, starting with Sears, 2 laps down in the 32 car. So I'm assuming they are all off track currently. That is just an assumption. I'm willing to bet that we have 23 cars left in this race. as we see the double the 08 rather trying to make that outside line work again. Thompson, we saw him towards the end of that stage really trying to work the outside, and here he is again up here. He started front row outside, if I'm not mistaken, or very close, and is out there leading the outside line right now. They're getting a big shove, gaining ground quickly on that bottom line, but will that run stall out when they get to the front? Because the 62 of Luca, great pusher here. He's keeping Bailey out front, and Luca jumps to the outside line, and he is going to try to get clear of Bailey, but Bailey does have help from Mangrum behind him. And we see the 00 jumping out of line below that apron again. It may not be planned. He may just get a little antsy there in traffic. Car may not be handling great for him right now in the draft, but we see the 08.
I'm sorry, Chris. I was just fixing to say I thought he might have had a little bit of help there.
Maybe so. He does. We definitely know he has a fast race car behind him because the 60 of Belmonte was our pole sitter. So he may be a little antsy back there trying to get the 00. Saying, "Come on, buddy, we gotta go. We gotta get up here." But problem is, Kalinian doesn't have anywhere to go because he's fourth in line right now as the 62 of Luca is taking the lead. He is clear of the bottom line. Will he drop? He will not, but his help behind him will. And that is the 4 of Tomlinson going for the lead, and he will take it. He is clear of the 62 with a big shove from the 08 of Thompson. Thompson.
That was a really big shot right in the middle of the corner there.
And he is still not going to lead the lap because Knox Thompson will lead that lap in the 08. A big shove to Tomlinson to push him out front, and then uses the draft to lead the lap himself and put Tomlinson back to second. But the problem is, Thompson is way out front here, and he is about to get freight trained. He better pick a line and pick a line fast because they're about to go around him on both sides. And right there, dives down, blocks that inside line, but he has already given up the lead to the 62 of Luca as well as the 6. He's really going to shove that momentum backwards in that bottom line. As we can see the 6 drop down. And we are rolling again, 2 wide. Who is going to lead this one? The 9. We have seen that the 08 is a great pusher. It looks like the 6 is going to lead that lap of Campbell. Luca second. The 08's been a great pusher tonight. He just got out a little too far out front when he was leading. But you're on board right now with our leader, Campbell. Out front of this bottom line. Luca trying to work the outside line. Great shove right there from the 08 of Thompson as they are cruising right along. Thompson a little off center. Getting kind of antsy there as we see Adam Wilson from Del Mar, Delaware. Tornado Alley E-Racing in the 21. One of 2 Budweiser cars here tonight. This one's the reverse Budweiser, the white and red rather than the red and white. And he is going to dive down to the inside. Is he going to lead this lap? No. Luca will lead that one. Great try by Wilson, though, as they came across the line even. Absolutely even across the line. But Wilson will take the lead now as Luca falls back. He had no help there. Now it's 21, 12, the 12 and the 41. All 3 were involved in that last incident coming to the end of the stage. The 21, the 12, and the 41 all got damaged in that last wreck, but here they are running 1, 2, 3. Wilson, Marini, Mercado, 1, 2, 3 with the 08 out back of Thompson, pushing and shoving. Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. We got a Canadian, Florida, Delaware, all leading this thing. 1, 2, 3. And they look like they want to have control and keep control of this thing. I am seeing a lot of give and take right now. I do see a few moments. Guys changing lanes, jumping down, moving back up. But I see a whole lot of give and take, so we're just going to kind of see how this one plays out, Tracy. What do you think so far?
Chris, it's been very exciting, that's for sure, man. I can't hardly keep up with all of the action that's going on, but it does look like right now everybody seems to be content to kind of, keep it down to 2 lines and not push too aggressively here. It looks like everybody's settling in, but I just can't help but wonder once we get closer to lap 64 and the pay window opens for some stage points, if we aren't going to see the intensity ratchet up once more.
I think so. I think you were definitely onto something there, Tracy. I mean, we already saw it in stage one. I mean, right there at the end of stage one, I mean, we didn't have a single issue. We had one little caution before that, right around the halfway point, just a little 2-3 car spin, a bad push, a little push gone awry. But we lost 6 cars in the last lap of stage one in 2 different incidents. So I'm definitely expecting these guys to ride until the end of the stage, and then everything goes out the window.
Well, Chris, one thing I just have to think about, I mean, we pitted on lap 32. They're getting around 20 laps per field run. So that would put them around lap 52 if they tried to run it all the way to empty. But how many do you think, just like in that first stage where half the field kind of came in early and it certainly paid off for them? I was just wondering if the same situation might happen right now.
That is a good question, Tracy. If I was a betting man, I would say that the same guys that had that strategy in stage one are most likely going to have the same Chris Gabehart strategy in stage two, and they're going to split that stage right down the middle. And if they do that, that should, in theory, make it a one-stop race to get to the end. So if they split stage two right down the middle with a pit stop, that should be able to get them to the end on one more stop. So I'm willing to bet that it's very possible they're going to split this stage as well, since they can't make it to the end of the stage break.
Yes, we see the 10 car, Jason Butler from London, Ontario, Canada, with 519E Racing. I've seen him back there a little further on during this race, but now he's currently moved up to the 6th position, starting to make his presence known here.
For sure. We talked about a few of our favorite drivers so far and a little bit of their backstory. So something we didn't do, my favorite is already out of the race, Tracy, was the 42 Marty Robbins throwback. You know how big of a sucker I am for history and country music. What is your favorite paint scheme in this race?
So far, Chris, I think I'm going to go with the 6th car. I think that car, I don't know, it just reminds me, I guess, of Brad Keselowski, but a little Jeff Burton throwback with the X-Side battery scheme. Kind of have a modern font for the number. Yeah.
Ooh, you just gave me a great idea. I'm going to call up Roush and see RFK, Roush Fenwick Keselowski. See if they can do an X-Side batteries number 6 for Darlington. That would be an awesome throwback for Brad to have on the 6 car. It would be the Jeff Burton X-Side batteries throw. What we're looking at right here. That would be an awesome paint scheme for Brad Keselowski to have at Darlington.
It sure would. I mean, that was immediately when I saw the scheme, I thought of Jeff Burton. And then I was like, I know a lot of people don't really care for him, but, Brad Keselowski did get his start with Junior Motorsports. And I kind of have an affinity for the junior racing guys, too.
Definitely.
Which leads me right into the 21 Bud car. How about that? My favorite driver is Josh Berry. Unfortunately, I ain't going to say unfortunately. He's sponsored by Motorcraft, I guess, is what it is these days.
Yep.
But, man, that would be an exciting scheme. I'm not much of a die-cast collector, but if Josh Berry were to run a 21 Bud scheme, I think I'd have to go out and make a purchase.
Especially the reverse Bud scheme, the whiteout Bud that we're seeing there with the reverse white with red and red normally white. That right there would be something to see.
Yes, it would. Chris, obviously I don't race these cars that much, man, but are they already kind of working backwards as far as fuel mileage goes? because I'm just surprised. We're getting ready to creep up here at lap 64. I mean, am I wrong? Let's see, 32 and 20B. Okay, so they do have to go. Well, they can go another couple laps, but it seems like to me they're well within the window to make it to the end of this stage.
There they come. You called it, Tracy.
There.
And most of the field too, not just a few, but most dive onto pit road, including our leader, the 08 of Thompson. That is going to be, that's most of our pack right there on pit road. And that'll put Campbell as our leader, the guy we were just talking about, in that X-Side Batteries throwback number 6. Will be our leader, but I'm willing to bet that he's going to be giving up that lead as they come back around, most likely to pit next lap. As all of these guys get off of pit road safely, 10 cars out of 10 out of the 23 dove on pit road as we see the 18 back on track, multiple laps down, and everyone bails. The 6, did we get one around right there? No, he did not. Okay, I thought Luca went around on entry. I saw him disappear behind the wall, and it scared me. I thought we had a spinner. I thought he locked him up. But he beats Campbell onto pit road.
Yep, and it's just like you were saying, everybody appears just to be going fuel only. So I was thinking tires will play a bigger part in how well these cars are able to drive in these different packs that they have. But now we're having to see, I'm showing Tommy Janikowski from Appleton, Wisconsin, with Big T Motorsports. Gosh, that's a beautiful paint scheme there too, man.
It really is. Tommy Janikowski, Appleton, Wisconsin. Big T Motor, that old 93. Has he pitted yet is the question. I don't think he has.
I don't think he has either. Because he's only been to pit road. Well, I tell you what we can do, Chris. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's take a look right there. Yeah, he still has to pit, and he has one car helping him right now, and that is not where you want to be.
Yeah,
because
something tells me he is really, really wishing for a caution right now.
Yeah, you don't want the only car you're drafting with to be a lap down car. That's for sure. As he dives on pit road, doesn't have a choice here. The lap down car, the 18, was who he was tagged on there, trying to save a little bit, but it may be a little too late here. Janikowski does get his. I'm assuming they have bonus points for leading the lap, so he will get that point for leading the lap here if they do have that. But at what cost is the question? Can he stay on the lead lap here? Is the biggest question. If not, he will be the lucky dog at the end of the next stage. So just gotta not fall more than one lap down. He should be safe here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to freight train him. But I did want to put the camera on him real quick here, Chris, because he's actually running a scheme by Gibson's Soda Shop, who will be sponsoring next week's race at Las Vegas. So just wanted to give him just a little shot of love there.
Yeah, for sure. Let's. Is there any way we could zoom in on the car a little bit? Because I really would love to see the details on the car here. Since they are sponsoring the next race at Vegas, we want to definitely try to give them some love here. Because I mean, Janikowski led that last lap, and we're really going to be eating some crow here if this strategy ends up panning out for him and he turns around and wins this thing.
Yeah, I may not have a great.
I'm loving the scheme though. I love the bits of yellow coming down the roof on the sides there. Reminds me of soda bubbles.
Yeah, well, just the logo and the graphics had me wanting some sort of like a, what do you call it, vanilla float.
Yeah. So here's the question. Here's the big question, Tracy. When you get an ice cream float, what is your go-to soda for the soda part of the float?
Doesn't it have to be Coke?
No. The original's root beer.
Oh no. I don't do root beer. No root beer. That is, yeah, that me and root beer do not get along at all.
See, me either. But I mean, North Carolina claims to be south, but when we're talking about south, I mean, it don't get much more south than Texas. So there ain't nothing better in the summertime than good old Dr. Pepper float.
Other than a good old-fashioned county limeade provided by Wesley Outman to me this past Saturday.
It's true. You got me there.
Wesley claims he invented that for them. And I got to admit, I don't know. You know, sometimes who started what over the years kind of gets a little fuzzy. But whoever it was that dreamed it up, that is one delicious drink, that's for sure.
Oh, don't look now, but the guy who was blinking a little bit to start the race, Ireland in that 13 car, has decided he's going to be blinking up front for a little while. As we see, he must have has the issues fixed because he hasn't blinked in quite a long time, and he is leading this thing out of Eudora, Kansas. We did see him get turned earlier, and if you remember, Tracy, I'm just going to throw this out, not to give him a curse or nothing else, but he was my yes sir moment of the race for that save early on. And if he turns around and wins this thing, man, we're going to have us a new kind of party. I tell you what.
Yeah, man, he's running. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe you would know. You're from the Midwest there, but he's got a Boot Hill sponsor on his car. I'm not real sure what Boot Hill Distillery. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
It appears to be a bottle on the side of the car, so I'm going to make an assumption that it is Boot Hill whiskey.
Chris, these guys, the intensity is starting to ratchet back up again.
It sure is. The pack is nowhere near as big as it was before, but it is still very, very intense with these few guys here. And I'm just kind of looking through the pack. I mean, we got 4 cars that have fallen off this lead draft. They're 8 seconds back. That's the 22 of Showers, Romberg, Kern, and Williams. The 3, the 31, the 5, and the 22, all about 8 seconds back. And Janikowski is still on the lead lap, as is O'Toole and Campbell in 19th and 20th. So they have not lost a lap. Ooh, dangerous push there for the 08 on the 21. Oh, Lord have mercy.
You know,
Knox, easy, buddy.
I was fixing to say, we saw not that long ago, Knox did the exact same kind of tap to someone earlier on in the race anyway. And I don't know. I mean, obviously these guys can drive these cars a lot better than I, so I guess they have a much better sense of how much they can lean on each other through the corners. But I would be very, very weary of doing something like that with no more talent than what I have.
Well, I mean, even it's sketchy to do on the straightaway, but a big shot like that when the car is starting to unload in the corner, very, very dangerous for you and your competitors, giving them a shot right there when the car is at its lightest and cranked sideways, as we see the 08 jump back outside of that outside lane, trying to take the lead once again. Getting great push there from the 13 of Ireland. He may get the lead. We got one almost in the wall. He is in the wall. The 00. Kalinian up there in the wall, saves it. Jordan gets back down in line. Control Alt Defeat Motorsports jumping back down in line there. Jordan Kalinian and Blake Thronberg, both members of that team. Blake back there in 15th right now, 8 seconds back. He's back there with that second pack, just waiting for the end of the stage. Oh,
I heard sheet metal.
Big contact there for the 21 as he dives to pit road. That's an odd one. He may be just trying to flip the stage here. Adam Wilson out of Delmar, Delaware. Long trek down to pit road as he dove off there and got some contact for it. It looks like he's out of fuel, Tracy.
Maybe
He
that's what
is.
I heard. Maybe, yes, he has ran out of fuel. Because I thought it was sheet metal, but I'm not sure if he didn't. Maybe he blowed it up or something. I guess we'll find out here in just a second.
There was a puff of smoke. He's in neutral first. Neutral first. That car is not refiring. He either ran out and got rear-ended, Tracy, or he blew it up. Got too hot in the draft.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
That car's gone, Tracy. She's done
Yeah.
for because he would have been down and away if it would have been fuel only.
Yeah, and you can see the damage there on the front end, so he probably had some issues with air intake.
Darn, never want to end a race that way, but you got to get out of the draft once in a while, or she's going to get hot on you. Oh man. Well, that kind of broke that pack up a little bit here. Oh, big shot, the 08 to 17 into Thompson. Whoo, Fontaine, old Bryce, Cape Coral, Florida, almost gave us something to talk about. We hadn't talked about him too much today. He almost gave us something bad to talk about, but everybody keeps it straight. And 38 to go here. We're coming down to 5 to go in stage 2. When they come back around, I believe it'll be either 5 or 6 to go in the stage. And just like the end of stage 1, we're 3 wide again, Tracy, just with a lot less cars this time.
Yeah, and Chris, actually, the stage should be on lap 64, and right now we're on lap 63. So I guess they'll come back around and maybe make one more lap before the caution comes out, if it doesn't come out a little sooner.
Yeah, the 17 making a big dive. He wants to win this stage here as he's diving down to the bottom trying to get underneath Ireland. Can he get the push as they come to the line? No, Ireland's going to lead that one. That is the white flag on the stage. I believe, if I'm counting right, that's the white flag of the stage. So he should be coming back around here. 17 trying to block both lanes. Almost causes a huge pile up there as the 4 is trying to help him.
Yeah. Well, the way they're pushing and shoving, Chris, this has got to be the final lap of the stage here.
For sure, as we see Thompson get shuffled out again, just like he did in stage 1. Shuffled way out as the 13 of Ireland comes out of turn 4 with the lead. Will he get to the line with the lead as the 17 of Fontaine is outside? There's 2 in the wall, and 17 of Fontaine wins the stage. The 12 and the 08 hard in the wall coming to the line. Mike Marini, Thunder Bay, Ontario, and the 08 of Knox Thompson. Hard crash there coming to the line. What a run for the Fontaine and the 17. Yeah, big crash there for the 12 and the 08. Looks like the 08 possibly trying to side draft there and just squeeze the 12 down. Let's try to get a view from behind here, Tracy, so we can kind of see the angle of these cars as they come through. We can kind of diagnose what may have happened here. Oh, the 8 definitely trying to side draft. The 12 comes down, gets into the 41 of Mercado, and it just shoots him right back up the track. 60 squeezing through there. Our pole sitter, Belmonte, barely squeezing through with no damage. The 08 and the 12 will have big damage here. But Tracy,
the
that was
08
something.
may be okay. I'm not real sure about how much damage he got, but that number 12 there, I don't know. If nothing else, he has got to have some wheel damage.
Yeah, and he got into the wall again there. Definitely some damage for Knox Thompson in that 08. Tracy, remind me, who was our stage 1 winner? Oh, we were going to talk to the 8 car. That's who it was, about his dodging the wreck earlier. Let's see if we can find him in a chat here somewhere.
Yeah, I looked for him earlier. I don't see his name in here, Chris.
I do not. I don't see him either. So let's
Scott,
talk.
if you're listening to the stream, buddy, log into Discord real quick while you're making a pit stop.
In the meantime, let's pull in our stage 2 winner, Bryce Fontaine, so he can tell us how to pronounce his name correctly, and we'll chat with him a little bit here.
can't drag.
Let me see if I can drag.
I'm locked out.
I cannot. I can't drag him either. Darn, we can't drag guys into the booth. Oh no, we can't talk to anybody. Oh well. Just know, just so everyone knows, all you guys that are going back watching this race later on, blame Jose. It's like we were going to interview all of you guys. Like all of you guys were going to get an interview mid-race. Bryce, you especially. Yep, can't do it. It's all Jose's fault.
Well, Chris, I tell you what, man, we did, all of us working together did a heck of a job to pull all this stuff together. There is bound to be something to kind of fall through the cracks, you know. And so I'm going to give him a pass. With everything else that Jose put together, I'm going to give him a pass on this one. So, you know, you can always interview me if you like.
100%. 100%. Mr. Former Stud, Landon Brown's uncle.
Yes,
What do you think? What do you think of this thing so far?
Well, it's been very exciting, Chris, and I definitely expected that. The thing that, you know, kind of got away with me is how good these guys were and how close they can run. I mean, I just don't see a lot of three-wide action, even on super speedways and iRacing, because you can never seem to get a group, especially a large group like we have here, that are have enough talent to kind of, you know, keep it all together and stay off of guys. And I think even the cautions that we have had, in my opinion anyway, a lot of them seems to be where guys are getting really aggressive, trying to get stage points and trying to move up through the pack. It's not necessarily lack of talent as much as it is just taking the aggression maybe to 11, you know what I mean, or 9.5 anyway, and that seems to be what's caused some issues.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
So I think so too. I think you're hit the nail on the head right there for sure, because we've seen these guys have been clean and green up until go time for the stage. So with that being said, I mean, right now we're showing 18 cars still in the lead lap. 17 cars on the lead lap, as Thompson, the 08, is now a lap down, and our buddy in the 6 of Campbell, a lap down as well, with McDonald in the 25. So Marini in the 12 still on the lead lap here, still surviving, still ready to rock and roll. Got his little bit of damage repaired there. The 5 of Williams still in this thing, still in the lead lap. Currently showing Thompson, the first car, 1 lap down. They're going back green this time. None of these cars can make it to the end of this race with the fuel that they have. We will have to have at least 1 pit stop before we see the checkered flag. Now the question is, will it be under green or will it be under yellow? My thoughts, Tracy, are that it's going to be under green, because these guys have been clean until it got dicey coming to the end. But, man, these last 5 laps in this thing, they were getting antsy coming down to the stage wins. I can only imagine how crazy it's going to get as it comes down to the race win. Pace car is off. And the 4 car and the 17, green flag, sponsored by GTR Motorsports. And Tomlinson, a huge jump over Fontaine, taking the 00 of Kalinian with him. And they are going to get a run here going into 1. And that outside line might have the momentum. Not quite. Right now, the Tomlinson in the 4 is going to stay out there. Kalinian pushing him. Bailey pushing Kalinian. Oh, let's see. And, of course, Ireland in the 13. Second car in the outside line. Our yes, sir moment of the race nominee right now for his save early on in the race, running top 5. If he wins this thing, Tracy, we have to give it to him. I mean, he has to win the award if he turns around and wins this thing after that spin.
I totally agree with you, Chris. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, because he did not save that on accident. At least I don't feel like he did. I mean, that took some skill.
Heck yeah. And the spin wasn't even his doing. He got turned down the track and still saved her. That that's something. Something I'm looking at here. Marini way off the pace, way off the pace, and falling quick. The 12 car is going to be calling it quits. It looks like as he is falling down. Yeah, he's way back. Lots and lots of damage here. Possibly even a spin. Maybe what I saw back there. I'm not sure, but he went from with the pack to 25 seconds back in about 30 seconds. So we fell very quickly, whether it was a spin or something else that happened. And he will be the last car on the lead lap, but that is very far back. But as of right now, getting dicey up front. 13 of Ireland decided he wanted to get out of Dodge as he falls back to the tail end of this pack in 14th.
You know, the
You can see it
12
back there.
car, I'm not sure. I'm showing that he cleared a black flag. Now, I'm not sure if that was from damage or if he was issued a black flag for some reason.
Huh. Odd. Very odd. He may have had a stop-and-go penalty from speeding on pit road, I would assume, or pitting off cycle during that last yellow flag. He may have had a black flag he needed to get cleared with a drive-through because he was down on that apron. So he might have, he may have had a drive-through there, Tracy.
Yeah, maybe that was the reason why he fell back so fast.
Probably so. That didn't even dawn on me because if he pitted off cycle, or pitted with pit road closed, that would be a drive-through penalty under green. So I'm assuming with his damage, he most likely pitted early to get that damage fixed and just took the drive-through. And going to be hoping for a caution here as he's still on the lead lap. A caution would save him. And it would give the 18 of Nickens the free pass as he's only one lap down. Oh, there's the yellow flag. There it is. Marini saved by the flag here. What is the yellow for?
I hate to mention this, if the alert that I'm getting is correct.
No.
I'm not sure what happened. Oh, look.
He still got through
my
it.
Goodness. He still got through it, Chris. He's a double nominee right now.
Oh, we have got to talk to this guy when this thing's over with. Man, I hope he finishes podium. But we see Blake Thronberg here. Control Alt Defeat Motorsports. Oh, the six turns. Who was that? The green and yellow car. Give me a number there, Tracy, if you can. I'm showing. Is that a 6 as well?
The 16.
16. Ryan O'Toole from Portland, Oregon, comes down across the nose of the 6, turns him right into the 3, and away they go. Yep, you'll see it right here. Well, the 6 may have shoved his nose in there where it wouldn't fit, to be honest with you. Let's get a really good look here, Tracy. Great view right here from the front bumper of Lee Campbell. Let's see what he saw. There's a hole. Yeah, a little bit of both. I mean, the 6 definitely had a great run right there, so it can't really fault him, but the 16 just kind of cleared himself down that line. I don't think it was net code, but I do think it was a little bit of arrow. You see here the 6 got up so fast on the 16, he almost turned the 16 down the track before he even got to him. You can see him kind of suck that car down the track a half lane right there, and it brings him down, makes contact into the 3, around into the wall. Second time the 3's been involved in an incident tonight. And the third time the 13 has been a survivor.
Yes, he and the 10 of Jason Butler went through the grass and was able to keep it straight too. So,
man, look at that beard.
Guys. Oh yeah,
go back to Butler. Look at that Duck Dynasty beard up in Canada, man. I didn't even know they had those up there.
That's where they originated.
Jason Butler, 519E Racing. Bravo on the beard, sir. Currently P21, but number 1 in the beard category tonight.
Oh, yes. I think he takes the award for the Glorious Beard Award there tonight. We had some good contenders there, but yes, I think Jason has the award for tonight.
For sure. Tracy, we're coming to about 27 to go here. These guys are under caution. We can't pull any of them into the booth. What do you say we take a short break here, let our fans catch their breath, and pay a couple bills for some of our sponsors here, and we will be right back on Leadfoot TV. Welcome back to EMSN NASCAR series here at Daytona. We're going to take the green right now with 26 to go. Pace car is off. Definitely a big shakeup here as we are sponsored by GTR Motorsports Green Flag. Fountain, big jump to stay out front here. Rocking and rolling on down through there. A lot of these guys probably pitted here. They should be able to make it to the end from here, I would assume. I think a lot of these guys pitted under caution. Definitely going to try to make it, try to save fuel. And if not, we're probably still going to see green flag stops here. I'm not sure if they can make it 26 laps, but it's going to be close. Inside line.
I'm sorry, Chris. Didn't mean to cut you off. I just don't think they can make it. Now, you know, maybe back in the pack, if you're really half throttling it, you know, just kind of running into draft, maybe you can try to stretch it, but that's 6 laps that you've got to gain over what you would normally get flat-footed.
Yeah, it's going to be iffy trying to make it 26 laps for sure. I mean, absolutely, it's going to be tough. We're just going to kind of see how it plays out here. I'm not sure if they pitted under caution. We were away in the break there. Tracy, I'm sure you can pull up our data there and see if we'd had some takers on pit road under caution. Yeah, they definitely, everyone pitted under caution. Our leader actually pitted 3 laps ago. So yeah, everyone, as we see the 0-0 Kalinian making moves here, diving on that inside line, giving the outside to the 8 of Bailey, moving around that outside the 8, the 93, the 60, our pole sitter, and the 13 once again back up front, being pushed by the guy that he dodged in the last wreck, the 3 of Throneberg, making that outside line move. And next race is sponsored right there on that 93 car. spitting high, wide, and handsome right now from Gibson Soda Shop in that outside line, but he is falling back into the clutches of the 13 as that outside line got separated. Everybody jumped down to the bottom. Lap car gives him plenty of room as he dives down below the apron. It's the 25 of McDonald now 2 laps down. That'll give Campbell in the 6 car will be the only car 1 lap down. All of our lead lap cars are within about 1.2 seconds of the leader currently. Luca and Marini, the 62 and the 12, tail in back there, but still in the draft as everyone else is tucked in and rolling here around Daytona International Speedway. The 8 car of Bailey out front. Bailey, I gotta tell you, man, Bailey was my early favorite, but dadgummit, I want to talk to Ireland after this race is over. I hope he finishes podium.
Oh,
go ahead. Ooh, somebody blinked there. Big blink from the 1 of Mangrum. He disappeared almost for the half the back straightaway. But this outside line is kind of some of our favorites here. I mean, we got the 8 on the bottom, the 93 up top, 13 up top, and the 3 still surviving up top as well. Man, it's like we knew what we were talking about, Tracy. All of our picks are up front.
Yeah, I totally got to agree with you, though, man. I would really love to talk to Ireland during that 13 because if nothing else, man, he's had one heck of a race. And I'm sure he would have some stories to tell about how his race went tonight.
Oh, 100%. But Bailey here still leading. Fontaine in second. Big shove on that inside line down there. Bottom line moving really well. It's a 00, 99, and 13. And that outside line kind of falling back. Leader of that outside line now all the way back to 4th. As they come out of turn 4, working their way down here. 21 to go. Still kind of rolling through here. Everybody's just not really getting antsy, biding their time, getting into the position they want to be in when this thing goes white. You definitely
yeah, I'm sorry, Chris, but I think you're fully aware of this too, man. This is the calm before the storm.
Oh, 100%. 100%, Tracy. I mean, Darrell Waltrip said it multiple times. The worst place to be on this racetrack when the white flag comes out is leading the darn thing. Because over 86% of the time, the car who leads at the white does not win the race. And those are not great odds, Tracy. When your odds of winning from the lead on the white, when you take the white flag, is 86 is 14%.
Right.
I don't like those odds.
No, they're not very good. I wonder what the percentage of guys wreck percentage is by leading the race. So that would be my main focus, is just to be able to finish the race first of all. So
Funny
I wonder if
that.
that is the safest place. I don't know.
64% of the Daytona leaders taking the white flag end up wrecked.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, so yeah, if I'm Bailey, I'm looking for somewhere to fall back, man, right behind the guy that's ready to charge ahead.
And say the worst part about that, Tracy, is that those are real life numbers. So as we know in iRacing, that wrecked number goes up exponentially.
Exponentially. I totally agree with that. Yeah, I think as these laps start winding down, as we've seen at each one of these stage breaks, the bumpers start getting closer to one another. The give and take starts to head out the window. And it's going to have about, I don't know how many we have here on the lead lap, but about 20 guys thinking that they're going to be able to grab that checkered flag on the final lap.
Yeah, so far, I mean, in this pack we're looking at right here, these are our lead lap cars. We have 17 on the lead lap, and the 6 car of Campbell is tagged onto the back of that pack. He is 1 lap down, but he is in this lead pack. So he's hoping these guys get antsy right now and he can dodge it. That's his goal right now, is let them wreck themselves and him get back on the lead lap, because it's essentially a freebie for him. It'd be a free pit stop, some fresh tires if he chose to take them, and he's back on the lead lap. It's that simple. He would be the lucky dog here with Campbell in that 6 car. That would put 18 on the lead lap, but we're coming down here. They come out of, yeah.
I'm sorry, talking about the safest place to be, that very well could be the best place statistically to be, is running right back there in the back, just trying to hold on to the draft and wait for someone to wreck so you can get your lap back and be able to compete for the win.
Oh, no, man. The way I've seen this race play out so far, I think the safest place to be is in the driver's seat of that 13 car because he's got a lucky horseshoe in there tonight. I tell you what, man, I think he's the safest one right now.
Oh my God, Chris, you had me snorting there. Man, yeah, you're totally correct about that. I mean, talk about lucky number 13.
Oh, I didn't even think of that as they're going 3 wide here. The 3 in the middle, in between the 93 and the 41. Oh, it's a little early for all that mess. We got 16 to go. They're getting, oh, this is going to be bad. They're getting dicey already. It's about to be bad. Yeah. 93 hung out to dry. 00 shoved up out of line. Jumps up to that outside line. It's going to get bad quick, Tracy.
Yeah. I think, guys, I think you're starting to peak a little too soon here. You know, especially these guys are only, 2 or 3 rows back. Man, you don't have to lead this lap. It don't pay anything. You got to finish that last one. That's the last time the points are going to pay off for this race.
I tell you, one guy that's telling us to shut up right now, though, is Campbell in that 6 car. He's like, let them do whatever they want to do. We are pitting. Ooh, this is going to determine the race right here, Tracy. I actually forgot these guys had to pit and couldn't make it on fuel. So, yeah, 15 to go here. They're on pit road, and I'm willing to bet that everybody else is going to come next time. This pit stop is going to determine who wins this race. I'm calling it right now that this round of pit stops is going to be the deciding factor. As the 8 is first off of pit road here. Bailey leads them off. 16 back there, kind of dragging out. O'Toole dragging out of the pits. Oh, no, the 00 and 93 get left with, the 00 and the 3 get left out with no one to draft with. That is going, I hate to say it, but I'm going to call it right now. That's going to be the end of their race because they're going to be so much slower than these cars that have three or more cars lined up nose to tail that's really going to hurt those guys.
And how about that? Talk about lined up nose to tail. Boy.
Yep.
That was a pure car sandwich, man. I mean, these guys,
sure.
they know what they have to do to get every advantage to be able to have a chance at this thing at the end. Not fanning out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Trying to work together even if you're not teammates. We got to, do everything we can to make progress right now.
Yep, and they come around and put the 25 one more lap down. I'm showing our pole sitter, Belmonte, 1 lap down here. Belmonte and Butler, 18th and 19th, currently 1 lap down. The question is, did Campbell get his lap back? Apologies. And I'm looking at our split time here. Campbell's still in the back, but so is O'Toole. So when everything cycles out here, I'm curious to where the chips are going to fall. Belmonte back on the lead lap now. As they come around to put the 93 a lap down, past the 93. He won't be a lap down, but he will definitely not be out front of this thing anymore.
Yeah, and he's got another group that's coming up on him awful fast. I don't even think he'll be able to hang on with them, and if he's left out by himself, that's it.
Yep, 18, 4, and 5. They are on the lead lap, and they are gone. Hate to say it, but that's going to be all she wrote for that 93 car unless a yellow comes out, which, as spread out as they are, that does not seem likely currently. But don't want to speak too soon because we do have the possibility of 3 green-white checkers tonight. Got another lap car there getting put a lap down. That is the 60 of Belmonte put a lap down there. That was our pole sitter. He must have had some trouble on pit road, maybe a speeding penalty or something else. But he is now your lucky dog, as Campbell in the 6 car worked his way back to the lead lap the old-fashioned way. He didn't get a lucky dog. He's back on the lead lap now. Campbell in that 6 car back here with a couple other guys just pushing off for all he can push.
Yes,
with the 10, currently
sorry.
Butler in the 10 is not our lucky dog, by the way. 60 in the Belmonte is. So Butler right now is in a tight spot as we come down to 10 to go, Tracy.
Well, I see that the one of Mangrum has taken the lead. I'm not real sure. Let's see if he's, see if I got that. Oh, man. I couldn't remember if I had laps led or not. Yeah, okay. 14 laps led. So I must have been asleep.
Okay,
at the
14
control
led
board here.
tonight for Mangrum. And don't look now, but Marini in that 12 is running P4.
Boy, I tell you, the Ada Bailey just had a big moment there. It looked like he got crossed up a little bit coming through the...
Sure did. Got the 8 and the 3. As we know, back in the early 2000s, the 8 and the 3 was a dangerous combo as they are 3 wide right now for the lead. The 8, the 3, and the 1, which ironically are all Dale Earnhardt classified cars. The 1 and the 8, obviously DEI. The 3 was Dale's at RCR. Cool sight right there, having the 1, the 3, and the 8 all side by side for the lead, 3 wide at Daytona. That was pretty cool. Nice little Easter egg there for this race.
Yeah, and I don't think we've heard the last out of Bailey either. He's been fast all night. As long as he doesn't get taken out here, I think he's going to find his way back up to the front.
Yep, 9 to go here.
I wanted to check in on Jared Ireland.
Yep, I was just thinking about that. He has lost that lead pack. He must have, again, had trouble on pit road. 13 seconds back of our leader right now. He's back there running with the 22 and the 93 of Schauer and Janikowski.
Well, at one point in time we did, or it looked like there was only going to be 5 cars kind of battling them out. But after all the pit road stops and everything, man, we've got a group here, I don't know, what, 12, 13 cars, something like that.
Yeah, they kind of got bunched back up here and gave us a few more cars to race with. Three out front here, Kalania in that 00. We go back, thinking back again, I mentioned it a couple times back to lap 1. The 00 down below the apron first lap fell all the way back to 28th to stay out of trouble. And here he is running P2 right now in a spot to win this thing. Whether it was planned or not, it has definitely worked out in his favor tonight. Oh, big blink there for the whole field. So we are at 7 to go here. We have 2 distinct lines formed here on the bottom and on the top. The 1 car of Mangrum leading the top. The 3 of Thronberg, who's been involved in 2 incidents tonight, still leading this thing on the bottom line. Being pushed by the 00 of Kalinian. Lots of different storylines tonight between this lead pack. I mean, we see the 12 back there involved in a few incidents, and everyone else, the 8, the 60 being currently our pole sitter and the lucky dog candidate. 6 to go here. We see the 6 pulling off of pit road. Go out and try to log a few more laps. Campbell is now the lucky dog. Belmonte no longer the lucky dog, even though he is on the tail end of that lead pack. He is in that lead pack draft. He is not the lucky dog currently. That's got to be frustrating.
Man.
Oh, the 00's around. Yellow flag sponsored by GTR Motorsports. Jordan Kalinian turned, coming out of turn 2. Oh, let's see what happened there, Tracy. Looked like he had a little bit of help for sure. I mean, it is Daytona, so it almost has to be some help coming out of this thing.
Yeah, I may have to do a manual rewind here. But yeah, I gave a buddy of mine, I think it's the first old man of the night. I'm not sure.
Oh, let's see. Oh, yep. The one got off center and tried to get back in line. The one was not clear, tried to get back in line behind the 00. And just a little bit of a misjudge there, whether it was by the 00 or by the one. Little bit of misjudgment and just lucky that there were not more cars collected in that. Definitely a misjudge by the one as he tried to get back in line. Great save by the 00 to keep, to really, I mean, he got a little damage there, but to mitigate it as much as he did, just with that one little bump.
Yeah, he did a great job. I was a little bit worried these other cars rolling up kind of fast might, crash into him there, but he was able to get it going. So he's, as long as you're alive, you still got a chance.
Yep.
Your car is alive, I should say.
Right. And that is going to really, I don't even know how to express this, Trace. This thing's about to get messy because we've got 16 cars on the lead lap. Belmonte or Campbell are about to be the lucky dog. So we'll have 17 cars on the lead lap. And it's going to be a green-white checkered.
Yep, and I just see that C.D. Mangum, driving in the number 1 car, has received an end-of-the-line penalty for his involvement with that incident.
EOL for Mangum. Now, the question is, did he receive that because they felt that was intentional, or why did he receive that EOL? That's something we may never know here in the booth. But definitely an EOL for the one. But then everybody else pits, and the 3, 17 and 31 stay out. As again, green-white checkered here. 17 cars. Belmonte gets the lucky dog. Campbell had it. Belmonte took it. Lucky dog for our pole sitter Belmonte back on the lead lap. Out of East Pachigo, New York, Warrior Racing. He's going to restart here, P17, after starting on the pole. And just like 16 other cars, he has a shot to win this thing now.
He does. I was fixed to say that's probably bad news for some of our leaders right now. Obviously, he knows how to get around this track because he put it on the pole. But this is going to be intense. Look, we still got lights on the pace car. So I think this thing may come down to just a straight-up green-white checkered.
Might be, and not even count one of the 3 overtime green-white checkers they still have. We may restart this thing with 2 to go. They do have 3 official green-white checkers. Current leader, obviously, Blake Thronberg. Had 5 cautions for 10 laps. 2 of those were, of course, the stage cautions. Lead changes. 15 different drivers have led this race. 34 lead changes in the fastest lap. Colby Luca, 196.26 miles per hour. That is moving. And something I just thought about, Tracy, we kind of got discouraged because he was 13 seconds back. But guess who is P10 and about to make this thing exciting with the golden horseshoe that he has?
Would that be Mr. Ireland? Lucky number 13.
He's got the luck of the Irish for sure tonight, and that lucky number 13 Boot Hill car, Blue Collar Racing, Eudora. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I know KS is Kansas, but man, this thing's about to get fun, Tracy, because we're going to take the green again with 2 to go. So it's going to be an unofficial green-white checkered. The restart with 2 to go. And if they wreck before the white flag, we have 3 attempts at green, white checkers out. So this is almost like having 4 green, white checkers here, Tracy.
I'm kind of torn. I'm not sure if we're going to need them or not. Man, these guys are so good, but golly, they get so aggressive on those last, laps leading up to those stage breaks. And again, it's not from lack of talent, man. It's just, they're taking it one notch above maybe what the guy in front of them can hang on to.
And the big question that I'm looking at, Campbell in that 6 car, how hard is he praying for a green, white checkered here? Because that'll get him back on the lead lap.
Yeah. Well, I hate
This
to give
one
him
of
the
those-
broadcast
it's gotta be
curse there.
Yeah, it's got to be a terrible feeling, Tracy, to know you only car 1 lap down. And when you go back green here, you can't race anybody. There's zero purpose in racing anyone because you can't lose any more positions and you can't gain any more positions unless there's a wreck and you don't want to be involved in it. So you're going to have to just back it way up and let them go do their thing and just ride this one out and survive. His as far as racing goes, for these next 2 laps, he is not racing. He is just a spectator in this one. He just happens to be on the track as we are off. Big shot for the 3 from the 31. Kern, big push on Thronberg there, gets him out front. 17 of Fontaine firing back on the outside. They're 3 wide already. Single file back down to 2. Big shot for the 62 of Luca off of Jose Mercado. Pushing and shoving. 2 to go here. Will they make it back to the white? That is the question currently, because if they make it to the white, this thing is over. The 31 jumps outside of the 3. Kern going for the lead outside of Thronberg, and they are getting a little antsy. I'm worried the 12 may turn the 17 here. They are pushing and pushing hard, and they still have 1 lap to go to get this thing over with. Pushing, shoving. The 3 cars are clear. 12 dives to the inside. He has no help. No help down low, but he is going to try to complete this pass on the bottom. 1 to go, sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. And the leader is turned. The 17's around, into the wall. The 8, the 12, the 22, 18. And not the 13. The 13 gets through in 4th. And it's a 3-car breakaway. Jared Ireland gets through all that. P4 currently, but the 3 of Thronberg, the 41 of Mercado, and the 62 of Luca, 1, 2, 3 coming to the line. Do they wreck each other? And does the 13 take the win? That would be insane. 3 wide for the win. Jose Mercado at the line. Mercado, Thronberg, Luca. 1, 2, 3. Ireland, P4. Man, Tracy,
wow.
I've never seen a 3-car finish that exciting.
Yeah, that was incredible. I'd almost got taken away, just kind of assumed that was the way they were going to finish there. But yeah, Mercado comes back. I think he was running in 2nd or 3rd position, comes back and gets a win.
God, let's run it back, Tracy. I want to see how these guys got through this. That's what I want to see. I want to see our top 4 and how they got through that mess. Because none of them were up there. The 3 was the closest to the front. So there's our restart. And we know it all started with the 31 and the 17. So we'll be watching that purple 31 and that neon yellow 17. That was the start of all this. And remember, the 41, the 62, and the 3 were our top 3. And look back there where the 13 was and got through that mess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th car in line on the bottom. And he escapes through here, P4. The luck of the Irish himself. Down the front straightaway, we see the 12 dive under right there. Oh, gets into the 17, almost turns him, and they keep it together. Now, coming into 1 is where this wreck happens. The 12 The 12 turns the 31. And the guys on the bottom, the 3, the 62, and the 41, look, all of them nose to tail on the bottom right there, just followed each other right through that hole, never separated, and just drove through it. Watch right here. Never a scratch, straight through. Now watch the 13. The car right in front of him gets destroyed. The car right behind him gets destroyed. He squeezes through without a scratch. Look at that. Run that back there one more time, Tracy. Be on the 13 for me. The car right in front of him just gets destroyed by the 5 car coming down the track, and he just shuts it down right there. Doesn't touch him. Right up the track.
What do you say we take a ride along with the 13?
Man, let's do it. Good Lord. Y'all are gonna get some cool pictures from this one, folks. This is gonna be something. We're going on board with the luck of the Irish. Mr. Ireland.
Yeah, here we go. No, that's the wrong camera. I'm sorry.
Watching from his roof cam right here, Jared Ireland, Blue Collar Racing. Little contact right there. Cars detonating all around him. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I wish we could look out just off to the right of the car. Yeah, this view is going to be insane. You can see him back there towards the back. You see everything develop right there. He goes down. He never even goes below the apron, just a little right there. Just cars detonating, bouncing off the wall, 6 wide behind him, getting wadded up. And how the heck did he get through all these cars?
It's got to be the lucky number 13.
Man, it's got to be that Boot Hill vodka or whatever Boot Hill is. I don't know what Boot Hill is, but I got to find some of it.
I'm with you. Because whatever he's drinking, it does appear to be working for him.
Looks like Boot Hill Light.
It says Yingling on the can.
It does
Yingling
say.
Light.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I want it.
Yes, we need to check it out for sure.
Tracy, let's take a short break here, and we are going to bring our top 3. I wish we could do top 4, but we're going to bring our top 3 in here for some post-race interviews as soon as we come back right here on Leadfoot TV. Welcome back to Leadfoot TV, the EMSN E-Motorsports Network NASCAR series here. And man, we're still trying to catch our breath here, but we did be able to finally catch up with the guy. We've talked to him quite a bit in NSRLA, and now we get to talk to him again here in EMSN. The guy who won it on the track, but not in the scorecard, Jose Mercado. Man, what a killer, Jose. Talk us through getting across the line and that elation that you had winning the race, and then finding out that you didn't really win it. Talk us through that.
Yeah, man, it was hell of a race. I was there battling in the bottom lane. Once they got into the wreck, I either got touched on the right quarter panel or I bumped the 62 a little bit and gave me a 4X. And that gave me a black flag drive-through penalty. So I crossed the line first, but I ended up 14th.
Bummer, man. From a win to 14. You did get some solid stage points though tonight, or today rather. How's that going to affect your plans moving forward to Vegas? Does it kind of put you behind the eight ball, or are you still in good shape here?
Plate racing is plate racing. So you always got to count with either surviving it or dying. It's not really a middle. So we just move on to the next one. I'm glad I made it to the end.
For sure, buddy. At least you were able to get out of here with a race car that still has all four wheels on it, which is more than what we can say for a lot of the guys here tonight. So congrats, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow night on NSRLA as well as next week at Las Vegas.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for a great job up in the booth, and congrats to the other guys that finished in the top 3. Appreciate
For
it.
sure. Before we let you go, let's talk about your sponsors a little bit. You know, we got to give them some love up here. What should have been the win, but we got to give them some love anyway. Jose, what you got for us tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Valvoline and Eaststar Oil, GTR Motorsports. They're, both of my sponsors are out there, and thank you for everything they do. And we'll move on to the next. Hopefully, try to get them a win at Vegas.
Heck yeah, buddy. We will see you next week.
See you guys. Thank you.
All righty. That was Jose Mercado. P14 finisher. That's got to be a bummer. I can't even imagine that. But we are moving on to our official P2 finisher, Colby Luca, Hartford, Vermont, Duck Club Esports with the 62. Really cool paint scheme, by the way. I got to be honest. There's not a lot of kind of what I call off-color paint schemes, which everybody always tries to go really bright and flashy. There's not a lot of what I call dull colored paint schemes that I really like. But Colby, you kind of won me over, bud. I'm liking the car, and kind of talk me through your race tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I kept my nose clean all night. I finished that race with a 0X, so I'm not gonna really complain about anything. Got a P2 there, avoided the 2 big ones somehow. I don't know how I avoided that one in the last lap. I mean, they were wrecking all around me. I just kind of got through it. Pretty lucky if I were to say so myself.
Dude, I can't even fathom that. Did you so everybody out there that's watching this, I want you to listen closely to what I'm about to repeat that he said. He finished a 100 lap race at Daytona with 26 cars with a 0X on iRacing. So if you don't understand how big of a deal that is, we're going to put it this way. There is a reason he finished where he finished. And that takes not only a lot of skill, but a lot of luck. So, Colby, all I can say is how.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like draft track racing, but I'm damn good at it. Like I'm like one of those kind of drivers. I hate doing it. It's only fun doing it in officials where I don't really care. But yeah, it's just kind of natural. I don't know, man. I don't like this kind of racing.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, P2, but that's okay. Kyle Busch always hated. He was great in the COTs, but he hated them. He actually got the first win in the COT, and it was his first career Cup win. And the first thing he says is how bad the car sucks. So I don't blame you one bit. I mean, that guy's had a heck of a career, so you can't really blame him too much. But
Yeah.
Well, I guess Vegas is a little more your style then.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love the mile and a half. So they're definitely suited me better. But I'm not going to complain about first ever start here, getting a P2 finish. I'll take it 100%. Yeah. Thank you to everyone that helped me out tonight for sure.
Definitely throws some great points your way. Got some solid stage points too, if I remember right as well. You're pretty close to the front all night, and you ended up right there where you wanted to be, except one position better. Definitely gives you some great momentum going into Vegas. So, what are you looking forward to the most about Vegas?
I honestly just like Vegas how it's multi groove. I kind of like it. The dirty air end's not fun, but yeah, I just got to get a good qualifying spot around there, and we should be set.
Nice. Heck yeah, man. So kind of run us through some of your sponsors, some of your supporters. Tell us about the people who got you here.
Yeah, I like to thank DCS Racing. I got added to their team just under a month ago. They've been awesome. Thanks to their sponsors, dude, that sponsored me tonight. Full Push, Sim Endurance, Sync Mesh. I think that's the three. I think off the top of my head.
Okay. Right. You never want to forget them. That's for sure.
Exactly. When you get actual sponsors, dude, you gotta name them off. Gotta thank them. I don't wanna.
for,
I don't wanna
for,
forget any of them.
for sure. 100%, buddy. Well, pleasure getting to talk to you. You've been a pleasure to have in the booth here. And I got to be honest, we're doing at least one more race with you guys next week at Vegas. So since you do, I mean, you hate this type of racing and you finish P2, I can't wait to see what you bring to the table next week.
Sweet. Yeah. Thank you guys tonight. You guys did an awesome job in the booth.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Colby. And hopefully, again, like I said, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely be there next week.
All right, everybody. That was your second place finisher, Colby Luca. Your winner, Thronberg, not available for comment tonight. He was already in victory lane, partying it up. I mean, it's Daytona, guys. Can you blame him? He don't want to talk to us. He's more worried about the 3-car, by the way. Let's point that out. The 3-car winning at Daytona. But we do have our official third place finisher. And I don't even know how to describe this man anymore because I don't know if it's the boot heel or the lucky number 13 or the luck of the Irish, or he just got a golden horseshoe that he shoved up under his seat somewhere. Jared Ireland, talk us through whatever this was that we watched tonight.
Where do you want to begin? I mean,
Man.
I mean, I'll be honest. My whole plan is just to hang out and just like kind of not really be there in these races. And then at the end of every stage, it's like, where'd that guy come from? You know, it's like Happy Harvick. That's kind of how I always approach these races. Save fuel, and then win it on the pit cycles. And you know, we were really good with my teammates there from Blue Collar Racing tonight. Unfortunately, we lost Gibby early, but we took it all, you know, top there in the stage one, and we're really good, and just never really could get back together. Had a couple bad things, but man, what a night! I mean, I felt like I dodged at least 2 or 3 wrecks, you know, and just never had a scratch. It seems like.
We were definitely going through the race, and we realized, I looked at my notes, we had 6 nominees for our Yes Sir moment of the race, which is most exciting. It's our biggest moment of the race. We had 6 nominees. You were 5 of those nominees, Jared. The first one being when you got turned, I believe it was on the back straightaway, all by yourself, and saved it, and just fell right back in line with the pack. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Okay, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah, it's that little leprechaun down there in turn 3. You didn't see him?
I
I mean,
must not have had enough boot heel to see him.
No. We got plenty of whiskey in the tank tonight. No, it was wild. You know, as I said earlier, the car, my internet's a little spiky tonight, and I think my teammate said like he was inside the car when it turned me left there. And thankfully, you know, I just like that the guys, you know, feel comfortable enough around me to push and you know, want to be around me and race hard. It's always good. Absolutely.
For sure. A lot of times you wish that, I mean, you'd really prefer those pushes be on the back bumper, not the back of your seat, but hey, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, I've raced with these guys for a long time, and I think these guys we've all raced together so much that we know what each other's capable of, and it was just a great night.
For
Yeah.
sure. You definitely seem to have these super speedways figured out. What are you looking forward to next week? It's going to be a pretty drastic change from things here at
Yeah.
Daytona.
So believe it or not, I mean, mile and a half is where I'm my best. These guys will tell you, you think I'm a leprechaun tonight. You just wait till next week. Um, there's something about these mile and a halves that bring out the best in me. Now, Vegas of all of them, it's not my best one. It's actually probably my worst one, the one I don't agree with. So we'll have to see next week. Vegas is weird because if you can get a wind pushing you into 3, you get really, really tight off of 4, and some guys are going to break a toe link next week. So I'll be interested to see what the weather's like, because if it's hot and you got a big wind blowing down the backstretch, I think we're going to see some calamity for sure.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing lucky number 13 with the old luck of the Irish next week, riding down the back straightaway, bringing home the checkered next week instead of P3. That would be nice to see, since you said you're better at mile and a half. So, I mean, P3 here. If you're better there, I'm kind of afraid to see what's going to happen. But kind of walk us through your sponsors tonight. We talked about Boot Hill a little bit, and talk about anybody else that got you here.
Yeah, I mean, the blue collar racing guys, we've been together for probably 3 or 4 years. So shout out to Scott and Ryan Gibson. Yingling, I really enjoy a good Yingling. So Yingling Flight, and Blue Hill Distillery out of Dodge City, Kansas, and then just all the family. My wife goes. We have 2 kids, and for her to take command on Monday nights for me to race, I just love her so much. So she's the queen.
There you go. You never want to forget that one. That's for sure. It's
No,
great.
happy Mother's Day to all the moms too.
Hey, there you go. I was waiting
Yeah.
on it. So I have
Yeah.
to say, you're the closest person I have ever had to interview on the
Yeah.
sim race that's actually close to my house. Everyone's usually out
Yeah.
east or further up north.
Yeah.
I actually bought bought my last dirt track car that I owned. Well, now I have my late model, but the one before that, I actually bought in Dodge City, Kansas, which is what, 15, 20 minutes from you.
Yeah. I live back in Eastern Kansas now. I used to live out in Western Kansas forever. I lived in Colby
Gotcha.
for 8 years. So
Oh, so yeah, so right there, man. That's crazy. It's
right
great,
there.
great to be able to interview somebody from around here, around my stomping grounds, and I'll be up at 81 Speedway quite a bit in 2027 with the new late model, and
Yeah, we do things a little
hopefully
different out west, brother.
hopefully I get to interview you in person. Then that'd be cool.
Hey, that'd be the bee's knees, my man.
Heck yeah, buddy. Well, we are looking forward to seeing you next week at Vegas. Go celebrate, have a few boot hills for us, and we will talk to you next week, I hope.
Can't wait, boys. We'll see you.
Well, let
See ya.
me ask you real quick before you go, Jared.
Yeah. Go ahead, bud.
Well, Chris, if you've got time, and Jared, if you do, I'd love to.
Of course, I got all the time, buddy.
Okay. Well, I think we've narrowed it down, like Chris was saying, the yes sir moments of the race. And so I was going to rewind a couple of these, and maybe you can kind of share what you experienced here. And if my software will cooperate, we're getting ready to go back to lap 31. So let's see if we can get it to operate here.
We should also let Jared pick his own yes sir moment of the race. Let him decide which one was the best.
Let's look at it. I love it.
All right, so lap 31.
Now, this very well could have been. I hit the bookmark as soon as I could, so I'm not 100% sure as to where the issue was going to be coming in at. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me try it one more time.
You gotta love software.
You gotta love it.
When it cooperates, it's great. When it doesn't,
Are you talking about when I got turned down the inside, right?
yes.
Yes, lap 31. Yeah, it was in a big pack. early on.
All right, here we go. I see it now. Is this it?
I am not sure. I may have not hit the bookmark button fast enough. But that's where it's
Well, I can tell you what
taking me to
happened if you want to know.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, it was
sure.
just one of them things where we got teammates lined up, and we had a pretty good idea that we thought we could take. Hyperdrive was in front of us, so the 31, the 17, and the 4, and we were like, let's get squirrely here. Let's go around all of them. And so we did. We went around all of them, and it didn't quite work. We didn't quite all get clear. And then I think me and the 8 got to the middle, and that's when I think the 6 got up in front of us, and we were just hauling it down the back. And I felt Scott get into my rear, into his rear, and then it felt like the rear tires just got lifted off the ground, and I had no control whatsoever. And then I went to the inside, hit Jose, then went down into the grass, kind of all Joey Logano years ago at Dega, except I didn't flip. And then, man, I just tried to wheel it and then just brought it up on the track. Off we go. Throttle gear down and send it.
Well, that was a pretty good description there.
Yeah,
what I would-
It
that's what I
kind
would
of
say.
matches what I was seeing too. Okay, well,
That's
we
what I would
got
say
one
happened.
more if it will work.
Yeah.
This is the big one here. So what I'd like for you to do, if you don't mind, we're riding right on board with you, and this particular one, I'm not sure if this is the restart, but it's going to be the one where the seas kind of parted for you.
Yeah.
There goes the smoke. So what were you thinking at this point when you see all that smoke and debris and sparks and everything?
Yeah, I had no idea, right? I was talking to the 8. He was on he was on the outside there going into 1. And I was trying to get hooked up with him. I felt if we could get hooked up, we could go. And we just never could get. I just got boxed really bad. Couldn't ever get to the outside because I felt like you needed to be out there. And we went down into 1, and I just saw smoke, and my first reaction was just down, because at the beginning of those wrecks, everybody's going to wreck up. And so I got down, and then the seas just kind of parted for me. And I don't know, probably a couple seconds later, I downshifted into 4th, didn't have a lick of damage, and hit the throttle. Hope the guys in front of me would wreck.
Yeah, it sounded
that
like
was
to
it.
me maybe you just kind of cracked the throttle just a little bit. I'm sure you were on the binders pretty hard, but wow, look at
Yeah,
that.
it was like Andy Jankowiak, right? I'm gonna pedal to the metal until I see God or die, right? That's pretty much how it went.
See, I just remember we were watching it live there, and we saw the top 3, and I was like, "Oh, those are our top 3 right there." And I look up, and I just flipped out. I was like, "He made it through another one."
Again.
Again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how it goes, man. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Tonight I was the windshield.
I got you, man. Well, it was, I'm sure, I didn't know if it was all skill or all luck or a combination of both, but either way, whatever it
you gotta
is,
have
it
both.
works. Keep doing it.
All right, thank you, boys. Thank you so much for doing this.
Absolutely.
For
We had
sure.
a blast for sure.
All right, thank you,
Okay,
boys. Have a
Chris.
good night.
Well,
Yeah, you too, buddy.
what do you think? That one to me, that last one right there by Jerry.
Oh
that,
man, look at that. That's all. There ain't nothing else I can say about it, Tracy. That's it, man. That is all I got.
So there you go. Congratulations, Jared Ireland from Eudora, Kansas, maybe? Blue Collar
Eudora,
Racing.
yep.
Okay, alrighty. Gets the Heck Yeah Move It a Race Award, sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. So, I guess, Chris, one thing we haven't done to this point, I don't even think we've gone through the final standings here of what the finishing order was.
We have not. Let's do a quick rundown here of how everything ended up. Blake Thornburg takes the win. Colby Luca 0.009. Second. Dadgummit, man. Jared Ireland back there squeezing through 3 seconds back for third. John Williams fourth. Ryan O'Toole involved in that incident earlier on comes away P5. Mario Ercolani, I'm never going to pronounce that name right, P6. Anthony Shower, P7. A couple times I looked up, Anthony was 2 laps down, if I remember right. Tracy, that's pretty crazy. You're coming away
Yeah.
P7 here. Jordan Kalinian, the 00, ends up 8th. Tommy Janikowski carrying Gibson on his car tonight. Next week's race sponsor ends up P9. William Kern, P10. Tracy, go ahead and run down the next 10 for us.
Oh, yeah. Let me get warmed up here. In 11th, in the number 12 car, we got Mike Marini. Hopefully that's correct. In 12th, we got the 60 car of Justin Belmonte. 13th, your favorite paint scheme, I think, tonight. 8 of Scott Bailey. After such an incredible run that he had tonight, it's almost kind of a letdown to I'm sure he's feeling the same way to finish all the way back in 13th. But anyway, no more bigger heartbreak than the 41 of Jose Mercado finishing in 14th position after he received a drive-through penalty, a black flag, or something like that for incidence points, and it was on the final lap. So he went from 1st to 14th. And then we got the number 1, C.D. Mangrum in 15th. Bryce Fontaine in the 17 finishes in 16th. In 17th position, we got the 18 of Mike Nickens. 18th, we got the 6 of Lee Campbell. 19th, we got the 4 of Mason Tomlinson. And 20th, we got the 10 of Jason Butler. 21st, we got the 25 of Matthew McDonald. 22nd, we got the 08 of Knox Thompson. He had a heck of a run tonight, too, and got involved in some incidents there and got a tough finish out of that one. The 21 of Adam Wilson, same way. Charlie Sears in 32 finishes in 25th. 24th was 64 of Jeremy Crow. 26, we got 23 of Ryan Gibson. 27th, we got the 42 of Tyler Fitzsimmons. And in 28th, we got the 15 of Kyle A. Noel.
Tough break for a lot of those guys tonight. I mean, Fitzsimmons had my favorite paint scheme of the night, the Marty Robbins throwback. I was hoping to see more of him tonight, but hopefully we'll see him more next week at Vegas. Oh, what a race, Tracy. I got to be honest, nothing against NSRLA or even my own league, the Golden Racing League or others. I think that's the most fun and most exciting race we've broadcasted in quite a while.
I totally agree with you there. And I think that's what me and you both, being involved with separate leagues, are trying to get our drivers to understand. You know, you kind of need to have a little bit of give and take in order to put on a good racing product, because no one wants to sit around and just watch everybody, make caution after caution, caution lap after caution lap. And these guys, even though there were some incidents, but man, it was in times where everybody's pushing to get, and that's what you hope to see in a race. It's almost like you could feel the intensity building as you would go, even to the stage breaks and as well as to the finish there. So it was a blast to call, that's for sure, man. And I'm gonna give them the most professional league award. I can't say that I've been involved, had that many people that participated in filling out the broadcast form. It really helps us out being able to keep up with who's driving what car and where you're from and that sort of thing. And again, I said this at the very beginning, it's the first time I've had photos submitted that were true headshots from, every one of them that were submitted. Normally I get at least one or two off the wall icons, bitmaps, logos, something like that, but hey, all the race fans want to see who's behind the steering wheel of that race car. So anyway, man, I just can't say enough about it. It was a great race, fun to call. And anyway, hope that this kind of racing here repeats itself next week at Las Vegas.
Absolutely. I was just about to say I'm very excited. After tonight, I'm very, very excited to see these guys on a track because we know, you know as well as I do, Tracy, a super speedway on iRacing is a breeding ground for lots and lots of cautions. And the minimum number of cautions these guys had here at Daytona, I am very, very looking forward to the quality of racing next week at Vegas. And our fans should be too, because these guys are going to deliver it. It's going to be awesome. And man, Tracy, other than that, let's get your final thoughts for tonight before we close this thing out.
Well, I just got to kind of echo what you just said. I mean, it was a great race tonight, and I'm kind of excited to see what happens next week at Las Vegas. That's always a fun track as well. You know, got some, if they're still there anyway, it's been a while since I run Vegas, but, you know, the bumps through 1 and 2 used to be there anyway. We're kind of notorious for upsetting some cars. So hopefully that's still there. Maybe throw a little monkey wrench in it and give us some more action there, side by side, maybe.
Heck yeah, I don't know how they're going to beat this week's finish, but I guarantee you they're probably going to try. But for all of our fans out there watching live and watching this in the future, all of our competitors here in the EMSN NASCAR series, and my producer here in the booth, Tracy Brown, along with everyone else who makes this happen at Leadfoot TV, from all the Brown family, all of our fans, all of our competitors, and all the multiple leagues that we cover. I am ARCA Menard Series driver Chris Golden and full-time Leadfoot TV announcer, reminding you guys that we will see you next week at Las Vegas for the next round of the EMSN NASCAR series. You guys stay golden.